Well, no, hold on. Wait. Stop. I like that. That's not true. Let's get this clear. I'm not. That's not necessarily true. We were about to revamp our whole website, so we like some colors, we like some things, but we were looking to migrate away from what we have. I just want to Dave, you and I hadn't had this conversation. I just want to make that clear. But what I don't like is the formulaic look to the two templates. That's one of my concerns. Correct. And then I need all the functionality. I see my website up there, so yes.
Yeah, see polygon. That's an example of that. If you want to work in there, Kristen would. I mean, that's and show what you can do. Rob just needs to know have a pretty good understanding of what he can do with using one of our templates.
And I'm pretty and I'm fairly savvy enough to be able to graph just about everything you throw at me.
Okay, very good. This is a video that she had made herself. She was on a news broadcast and had this video created herself, and she uploaded this into uh, an area that we have that you can upload videos to.
Okay.
And she just put that on the site. Now we have lots of different videos available, but you can also put on your own. And she, put in this picture on the left here of the lady, with her face here in the liquid.
And hey JJ, are they just basic placeholders? Is that what they are? The video's a placeholder, and then the fixed image is a placeholder, and is that all
Yeah,
it is?
pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me show you how easy that is to change the information here. Now you've got all these pages. You've got these pages that are called uncategorized pages up at top.
Mm-hmm.
And then if we scroll down a little bit, you're going to see these hidden pages.
Mm-hmm.
The only difference is that uncategorized pages show up in your navigation bar. Hidden pages do not show up in your navigation bar. So if we go back here to
Mm-hmm.
this home page, these are uncategorized pages up here at the top
Mm-hmm.
because it's your navigation bar. Down here, these boxes would be considered your hidden pages because they're still pages that can be accessed, but they're not in the navigation bar. So that's the difference between the two.
So it's just not a menu board link. It's just not a menu item link page. That's fine. Okay.
Yeah, very. And so if you want to make a change to it, it's as simple as just hovering over this, clicking on edit. You get to this page here, and then you can fill in all the information. You want to add some type of a graphic somewhere. You just click where you want it. You go up here to this picture, go
Mm-hmm.
into your files, and this is where all your different graphics will be that you've uploaded.
Okay.
So it's really simple. Bring those in. If you know HTML and you want to make a change to HTML code, up here in the upper left, you
Mm-hmm.
just click there, change whatever you need to if you have that ability.
Okay.
Okay. So there's it looks very basic, but it's going to allow you to do just about anything that you need to do, embed videos, whatever you need to do right on your page. So if you wanted to embed a video that was on YouTube, you simply go there, copy the embed code, figure out where you want it, and then just input it right here in your HTML. I'm happy to help you with that. I'm available every day to help you with those types of things as you need help.
So let's do that again. Hold on. Hey JJ, real quick. Do that kind of again. So if I have a video, you're saying most of the videos are going to be warehoused on YouTube. So you're using the YouTube player engine, and you're just relinking it somewhere on the page. Is that basically what you just said?
Yeah, there's two ways to play videos on your site. The first way is to use embedded video from another website such as YouTube.
Okay.
And so they would give you the embed code, you'd copy that,
Right.
and you'd paste it in where you want that to show up. So, if if you just scroll down here and towards the bottom, this is where you wanted it, then you would just end up pasting that code in right here and clicking OK, and then that would update that, and you'd have that video right there on your website where you wanted it on that particular page.
Okay.
So that's one of two ways to have video show up on your website.
Okay.
You can also go to settings here, and then whatever you want your page title to say, you can change this information, and you can even do search engine optimization type settings here with the title tag and some other things if you choose to do so.
Okay.
Also, this is where you make your page live or hidden. It's up to you. Some people don't want their page live; they want to be working on it, but they don't want it live yet. So that's kind of where you do that at.
Okay.
Location. When you click on locations on the left, there'll actually be this map here, and then you can go in here, you click edit, and this is where you can change, your hours. For example, if you have seasonal hours, you want to change it. This is where you come in to do that. Makes it real simple.
So do you have?
Images.
Hey JJ, I'm gonna. Do you mind if I interrupt you periodically?
Yeah, if you have a question.
I do. Let's talk about the locations. We have 6 locations. So do you have the actual website? I can see their website real quick to see how they handle their locations on the live site. No, not you. I know how I handle it on the body bronze. I can't. I can't. This is not the live site. They're on the admin side. I want the live site.
Yeah, give me just a second. I'll go ahead and go to that.
So hit the locate. Where's the locations tab?
Yeah, I'm looking for that. Give me just a moment here.
Oh.
She just had the one. Did you look at the?
I did not.
Look at the one I sent.
I did not yet. You sent it to me this morning. I haven't had a chance. Sorry.
Okay. Can you open up Jaden's? He wanted to see one with multiple locations.
Okay.
What is this? Was this a custom CMS engine that you guys built, or was this a modified existing platform?
I don't know how to answer that.
What are you asking again for the?
No, the way you're developing the websites, was this a modified CMS that you, or did you guys build it from scratch? Is what I was curious. It just says FYI. I'm curious. Do you want? Okay. 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 It's the bottom. All right. I was just curious. That's good. I like that. And I didn't get a chance to look at this one. So Dave, I'm sorry. I apologize. Okay. I'm sorry. Say that again, Dave. It broke out. Broke up. Say that again. Mm-hmm. And you can send files up en mass. You don't have to do them one at a time. Correct. Okay. We should be, yeah. Yes, we are, Dave. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I mean we have a feel or look and all that, and I understand about header H1, H2, and text and all that H3, so I'm okay with that. Now Hollywood, that San Diego account, was that a custom? Um, was that the same template? That one of these two templates? Is that what I'm looking at? Just this template? I'm sorry. I moved the mouse over to take a look at it, and but obviously you can't tell that I moved the mouse, can you? Yeah, no, I moved my mouse though, and I was pointing to something, but you couldn't tell I moved my mouse, JJ, because obviously I'm watching what you do. You're not seeing what I'm doing. So I apologize. All right. So the look here with the specials and the promotions and all that stuff at the bottom. Can you, if you didn't want to have any of that there, you could, correct? You can block that out. You can just don't have anything, or does that always have to have something in those fields? Yeah. Okay, so you have to pick 5 items that you want to have as key subcategories or non-menu items. Okay. Right. Okay. 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 Mm-hmm. And what is the if you wanted to have a special right on your homepage so that people would see when they go to your homepage, you would say, whatever, buy a month, get a month free, or whatever. It doesn't really matter. How would you could you handle that? Can you show me the homepage for Hollywood Tange real quick? Where would that show, JJ? Right. And and could and now could that is that box is not clickable though, that image. Okay, so if you wanted to have that say, whatever, 4.99, whatever, and make it so it takes them right to that, the page, you could do that. Okay. 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 Um. Okay. Keep going. How about the texting and the emailing and all that stuff? Where? How does that work? Okay. That's fine. No, 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 no. That's fine. I wasn't sure who was handling what. I apologize. Hey, hey, JJ, have you guys looked at rolling out any more um, templates? Okay. Um, so really, are there is there a limited number of pages you can have? Um, so in your professional opinion, what's missing that if I go start looking around, I would see maybe, hey, this we don't do this, but it's something that you might see. And that where you have the video playing on the homepage, and so you can upload your own videos and have them play in there interspersed with the videos. Is that how that would work then? If I had my own video, I was interspersing that with some of the canned videos, I would be able to do all that all at the same time, right? All right. So, JJ, not to steal anybody's thunder in the future, but so then if I was going with your Roku device, whatever you call that, and I had videos up, would I be able to link those videos that were my personal videos up on my Roku device that's in my office that would tie or my store, so it would tie my store videos to my website? Right. Okay. But that engine is all linked to the same engine as far as Salon Stream versus the website. You're using the same generating engine for both, it looks like. No, no, no. I understand that. I understand that the Roku it's probably pulling, but it's the same. But it would be the same video. One would be pulling up to. All right, doesn't matter. Okay, I'm just trying to understand how much cross pollination there is if I want to go with both. Okay. All right. Okay. Analytics. Anything I should know about that stuff? So it's not like a Google. It's not. It's not Google Analytics. It's another. It's a third. It's not. It's somebody else. It's their your analytics here. Okay. Okay. Um. Okay. And any other questions? I can always get a hold of you through Dave, right? All right, J. It's JJ. Okay. Right. Right. And JJ, what's your title? So in case cause I'm gonna be talking to my brothers, so just so I can identify you properly. Do you have one? Any problems when people switch over from an existing site to this? Number one. And number two, right now I'm with web.com. From a technical standpoint, JJ, my email goes through web.com. What happens to my email and how does that all get handled? What do you mean using a private label Google account? Is that what you're talking? 10. 10. I think it's 10. You're okay, even though you moved to DNS. All right. And the mhm. Mhm. And as far as setting up an account, I guess I go with Dave. I go over that with you. I don't have JJ. I know you're done at 5, so you're on overtime. I don't want to hold you up. Thanks, JJ. I appreciate it. Mhm. Yeah, I see it. Yep. I'm. Hey, Dave. Let me. I own a small IT services company. I'm fine. You can. I. I don't know if I'm not gonna say I'm smarter. I'm just saying you don't have to explain it all to me. I'm just say, no IE, and I'm fine.
Just I want to show you how easy it is to use and what you can do as far as targets and stuff. Um, I won't spend much time on the text because it's pretty simple, and then I'll show you a little bit about the Facebook. You're the only one on here, so if you've got interrupts, you've got questions, you fire away, okay?
Mm-hmm.
When you open up, when you log into your hub, you're going to see your calendar is going to hit you in the face. And typically, or basically what happens is when you go and you schedule campaigns, and you can build and schedule these campaigns all in advance. You also can do them on the spot, but they will show up color-coded on your screen. So if I can walk in, for example, on October 1st, and if I've done my marketing campaigns for October, I'll be able to see what email campaigns I've got going out and when, what text messaging I've got going out and when, and what's Facebook specials. I've got all of these built in so that you can see these and you get an overview. And you can build these out, frankly, as far in advance as you want. You know, you're sitting home on Sunday night watching the Eagles play, and you can create your campaigns for a month out, 2 months out, as far out as you want. I'll show you how easy that is to do. All that from the front screen. You're going to have a little bit of a tracking on how many people you've got that have opted in for your emails, that have opted in for your texts, and how many followers and fans. And if you've got a current Facebook page,
Mm-hmm.
we'll go ahead and pull all those followers in as well, so you won't have to start from scratch. Do you have a mobile club now?
No. That's part of the
Well,
reason. Dave, that's one of the reasons why I'm talking to you.
Okay. Yeah, texting is, I mean, you got to be texting. And we'll talk a little bit about that. But you also, I want to show you just a couple things here as well with the managing of the content. These are the graphics and the images that are going to be included in your library. I just covered. You can also insert your own. But the one thing I really wanted to show you from this page is that we're going to include all of the new Sunshine products, all the current 2012 and the new ones as they get released, the 2013 products. You're going to have in your library professionally done images of all of those products. So again, from a marketing perspective, if you want to send out specials on particular products or just announcements, you know, for additional products, you've got those graphics already in there and the images already in there that can be inserted into your emails pretty simple. Okay? There is a little bit of reporting now. Helios H2O or Helios 2.0, H2O, I don't know where they go, is going to include text reporting as well. That's going to be released on Tuesday, so you're going to be trained on 2.0. Visually, there's a wee little bit of a difference, but the additional functionality you're going to really love, especially with the reporting that you're going to have. So you're going to be able to track how many emails you're sending out, how many are being opened, if you've got any, unsubscribes, if you've got hard bounces. One of the beauties of the hub is that it will take your email bounces and it will then block that email from going back out. Now, what are you using for your point of sale? Do you use Helios?
11.88 or 11, yeah, 11, whatever it is, 11.8.
Yes, I think it's 11.77, but that's.
No, it's actually that's not 7.7, but that's okay. It's a little higher.
Yeah, I don't do much with the point of sale. But you'll be able to do reporting so you can tell, what kind of responses you're getting. I'm going to also show you how easy it is to include barcodes into your emails so that, you can track the effectiveness of campaigns as well. All right, so from the front page then, I can build my email campaigns. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to create one. This will be a breeze, so if you have any questions, let me know. You've got some options. You can start from scratch. You can go and edit an existing one or make some changes to an existing one. I'm going to build one from a template just to show you. You've got different categories that you can use. And these are the graphics that are available. Again, all of our graphics that we're going to supply you with in your hub library are going to be TAN related or holiday related. You can also insert your own graphics and store those as well. I'm just going to kind of pick one randomly. You'll notice that when I pick a graphic, it already inserts itself as the header on your email.
Mm-hmm.
And again, this is designed to make your emails look more professional. When you get into the body of the email itself, you're basically using word functionality. You can see all these icons up here. This will allow you to create just extremely professional marketing pieces in your email. So you can have messaging, you can insert links, you can insert images, you can vary your text, you can vary the color, the size, the font, all those things. All can be done within the functionality of creating that email. Okay, and then you can make the body just by entering. You can make the body of that email. It'll control the size, so you've got a limitation on what you can put in there as far as size, but it's always going to format it to make the email look good. So as you're building your email, it's going to help you manage that by controlling the format there. If you want to make some changes on the format, again, you can do that. But the email functionality is designed to allow you to be in control, but also to make sure that you're not creating some kind of monster in your email campaign. Okay? You'll be able to create a barcode and insert a barcode onto the email if you'd like. At this point, our functionality is limited, and we're working on this to where if you've got a barcode, they're still going to have to print that email out to use the barcode from a scanning perspective. We're working on it to where if they get the barcode, they can just scan the smartphone, but we're not quite there yet. That'll be huge, once we've got that, but we're not quite there yet. You will title the email. The email is going to come from whichever, either corporate or from a specific location, and you can control that. The email description you're going to create so that you've got a little bit of an idea of what this campaign is. The subject then will allow you will be what they see in the subject. You can create that, and then you can set the address that you want the responses to come from. And this will show up in their email box as to who this email is from. Okay? I literally, especially with some experience and with some knowledge, I can literally create a really nice marketing campaign, email address, or email campaign, coupon, whatever I'm wanting to call it, in 5 to 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm. It seems
very simple to use.
It seems pretty straightforward.
Okay. Now, once I've marketed them or created it, then I'm going to schedule it.
Can you do me a favor, Dave?
Okay.
Dave, can you do me a favor? Can you go back a page?
Yeah.
Can I see what? No. I'm back in where you just were. I want to see that.
Okay, hang on. On the template, it's probably an easier way to go back and navigate back.
Do you have?
They would have to. Okay.
I want to now out of this where you had the list. The next page you went to. Can I see that?
Oh yeah, that's where I was going to I was going to schedule.
Yeah, but I don't want to schedule. Stop.
Yeah.
No, you're going too fast. Go back to the.
Okay.
Go back one step. Go back to where you were. Email marketing. Go back to email marketing.
Okay.
Let's stop.
Here?
You're moving too fast, dude. Go back one page. Hit the back button. All right. Hit send an email. Stop. Let me. Can I see the 4th of July? Can you just show me what that one looked like?
Let me see what I can do with that. Hang on a minute.
What I'm trying to see is I'd like to see what a finished one looks like. I scroll down. It might be below you.
You see that?
I do. That's what I wanted to see. All right. I wanted to kind of see it, and that's okay. That's what I was trying. I was trying to see kind of what one finished looks like. That's all.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. I'm sorry, I go too fast. All right. So this is the scheduling page.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
You go in and you've got your drop down and we picked the particular one we're going to send. You can send it. You can select the frequency. Do you want it monthly? Do you want it once? Do you want it weekly? You can always go in and change this as well. If you've got one that you find really works, you may want to send it once a month, the same email. But you've got the flexibility there. I think that's the thing I really wanted to show you. Or you can go and you can schedule particular days, and certainly you can schedule the time. We can create categories so that you can email. I think I talked to you about this the other day. You can email across your stores based upon a particular category or a buying habit, or you can use your store. You'll be able to set up your stores as an individual category as well. Does that make sense? So if
Mm-hmm.
you've got one of your locations and you only want to send this special to that location, you can do it. Or you can send it to all locations based upon, say, an age category.
No, wait, hold that thought. So how do I do that if I'm on 11?
You can still export, and what we'll do, we'll work with you to show you how to export out of 11
Right.
based on a category, and then we'll import that list, tie it to those records, and then you can send it out.
Okay. So you just yeah, I can. I can. I understand that, and I actually I play around the databases in the background. That's not an issue. So I could actually export out a list any way I want, and then import it as a segmented list. But you can't export everybody and have it the opportunity to auto segment. Like to say I upload my whole database, all 6 locations, and say I just want to email anybody who's over the age of 25.
Well, we're going to pull all your data in initially.
But that's not what I'm asking. I understand. I understand. I can do it.
I know that's not what you're asking.
I know I can do. I know I can.
Wait a minute. You're pulling different databases, right? Are you you're in the same franchise though, so you'll be or company. So you should be okay. You have the same corporate ID for all 6 locations from a Helios perspective.
I should, but that's a good. I should. I've been dealing with Helios since when they used to have Salon Explorer back in 2001. So, yeah.
I will tell you, yes, you can do that. The only issue we would have, and I ran into this with a Hollywood cam that had 2 different corporate IDs, and it took us a while to import the data properly. It took us over a week to get that done. But if you've got the same corporate ID, yes, we ought to be able to export those lists across the stores and pull age category, not store category.
Okay. Well, I don't think I probably have 6 different IDs because it was probably so stinking old. But I don't know that.
Yeah, I'll find that out.
All right.
You can select. I will tell you, if you're going to market and do well, I'm a big advocate of a lot of target marketing campaigns, not a lot of blasts. Right? I mean, you can take how many other subscribers or how many emails you've got, and you can send every person in your email database each mailer, and I'll tell you, you'll lose the effectiveness. What you want to do is you want to build targeted campaigns so that I may be sending out the same volume of emails, but I'm sending out an email campaign to 500 based upon this category.
I understand. So
700 on this category.
I realize that. So you would do like either just like you did, 15 to 18 females or above 25 females, or I understand. But every time, but Dave, I just want to clarify something. Every time I want to put a segment, do an email, I'd have to build and export in all 6 of my locations and export them individually and upload them to the site every time, because obviously I'm getting new customers all the time.
Right, and we're going to show you how to import those in. I mean, you do that however often you want. It's an easy import. As far as segmenting, that I'm not.
Well, that's categories, but
that is once that list is created.
Right. All right.
Once that category is created, I'm not sure how difficult that is. I'm going to have to find out.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Obviously, we include in our emails the can spam that's required, so that your customers receiving an email have the opportunity to tell.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Now, the auto campaign at this point are only available for the version 12 because the databases are shared. These are auto triggers. For example, birthdays. You can literally set it up to where the hub will send out a birthday special. You create it once, and every day that the hub scrubs your point of sale, and it will send out individual birthday emails. Unfortunately, again, at this point, that's only available in version 12.
Okay.
Okay. That's the only limitation you've got if you're not using Helios version 12. And I've got a ton of customers that aren't using Helios point of sale at all. But that's the only limitation. Okay. Any questions about the emailing?
No, it's pretty straightforward. I've used about a half a dozen different services, so I'm somewhat versed in it. So it's pretty straightforward.
All right. The texting, it is what it is. You've got a title, you've got a body, and again, you've got the ability to create or schedule. You can do these on the spot too. I do want to stress that while you can create these in advance and schedule them in advance, you can also go in. I walk in on my salon on a Tuesday morning, and I've got no traffic coming, and I want to send out a special. Come in before the end of the day, bring a friend, and blank. I'll give you 10% on a lotion, or I'll upgrade your bed if you bring a friend before the end of the day. Those kinds of things. Immediate responses. Texts are viewed within 3 to 5 minutes. 95% of them. That can be done. But you can also schedule text messaging ahead of time.
Okay.
The one thing that is different from texting, and you're probably aware of this, is that you have to get your customers to opt in. You don't just have to give them, or you're not just required to give them an opt out. They literally have to join your mobile club. Now, how are we going to do that? We're going to pull in, when we pull in your data, we're going to pull in all of your customers, and all the phone numbers you have are going to receive an invitation to join the mobile club. All right, now some of those will be landline. Obviously, they won't get this text. But if they've got a cell phone and they can receive text, they're going to get an initial invitation to join your mobile club. And you've seen these before, right?
Mm-hmm.
These 5-number codes, or this message to
Mm-hmm.
the 5-number code. It might be Cantopia.
Right.
Text Cantopia to whatever. That allows them then to join your mobile club. At that point, then you can market them as often as you want. JJ showed you on the website the 2 drop downs, the documents that when you hit, contact us, where they can insert their cell phone information, and it will send them a welcome to your text club. Okay. The other thing with the mobile marketing, again, you'll be able to set your keyword, and you can put a welcome message in, you can put a verification message in. You'll be able to control all that. We supply some options, but you can make that say whatever you want it to say as far as the mobile marketing. And that's the initial messaging that comes out. All right, let me show you real quick how to manage your Facebook. Do you use Twitter at all?
Not yet, but we will.
Okay. Twitter's eventually going to replace Facebook.
That's
it's unbelievable how fast it's going.
I know. That's why I'm saying it.
Yeah. The Facebook, again, I don't know whether you've got a Facebook page corporately or whether you've got individual Facebook pages per location. But we'll be able to identify either way. If you've got one for each location, you'll have that option down here. You can not select this, and it will post to all your Facebook pages. But this is where, again, you can select when you want it to post. You can select Facebook or Twitter. Obviously, if you use Twitter, you've got a limited number, or if you do both. If you do both, you've got to go by the Twitter number. But if you are posting to Facebook 420 characters, you can post a link on there, a description of the special, all kinds of things. You can do everything you're currently doing on the back end of Facebook. You can do that from your hub.
Okay.
Let's see. The inbox, this is demo data, so I'm not sure what we're going to pull up here, what the programmer has put in. But this will allow you to literally see what activity is taking place on your Facebook and Twitter accounts. This is especially valuable if somebody replies or posts on your Facebook that has some kind of negative connotation, right? I want to be able to see that right away
Mm-hmm.
and address that customer. But this allows you, again, from the hub to be able to see what kind of activity you've got in your Facebook and your Twitter accounts. Right? So you can literally run your Facebook without ever going to Facebook. A little bit of analytics. This is again tied like your website analytics. And again, this is demo data, so I'm not sure that he's got anything even showing. But this is going to give you a little bit of an idea of who's logging in, and let's see if I can find. I think most of this demo data is here. Yeah, shoot. This graph's really what kind of likes you're getting, or from a business perspective, what kind of fans you're getting, track where they're, approximate area where they're from, and things like that. So it's a little bit of Google Analytics, and JJ could probably give you a better description of exactly what we're pulling.
All right.
Right. That really.
What are subscribers? Thank you.
This is to tell you, you know, whose email, whose text. So you've got that in there. This is where you import. I can't show you how to do that. JJ will be able to. We'll show you how easy it is, but it's I do know that it's easy to do. And then again, I showed you a little bit of the reporting. 2.0 gets released on Tuesday, and you'll have the text reporting there as well. All right, that really is a quick kind of overview. We've tried to do two things. We've tried to allow you to manage where your customers are living, which is on their smartphones, ways to market to them, all from a single venue, and we've tried to make it very simple to use.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. What should I do?
Really, unless you've got particular questions, that's really the marketing hub. The Salon Stream, we've talked a little bit about that. I mean, that's literally, it's a different product. It's been received very well. We just got a commitment from all the Hollywood Tans. You basically, if you do any TV in any of your salons at this point?
No, we don't.
Okay. It would obviously involve, but you've seen this stuff.
I understand.
It obviously involves the installation of a nice high-def television. The good news is twofold. The Roku box is relatively inexpensive. I mean, you're looking at about $80. You can get those from Best Buy or
right.
You know, places like that. Once that's done, I mean, you literally are pumping your own personal TV thing in there. The other thing is there's a variety of channels, but you can wrap it on the Salon Stream channel for your customers. And also, we're working on, and we've got a bunch of them in there already, but training on all of the new Sunshine products done by our corporate trainers. So if you bring on employees, you can have them sit down in front of this and get your training on all the products. What we've got, you've seen, I know, samples of the music videos. There are movie trailers that are kept current, and they're interspersed with literally product ads.
How do you put
all the new Sunshine products?
How do you put your own message in there? Can you?
The Salon Stream?
Yeah.
Well, there's a library. You've got a back end. Let me see if now chat's on too. You've got a back end where you went and because you can manage which of the products you want displayed, and if you've got some things you want to be more frequent. For example, you're running one of the Australian Gold products that you've got a special on, or you've got a big stock of and you want that playing more frequently. You can do that. You can remove product ads on products that you're not.
How about your own How about your own personal message?
I'm sorry?
How do you do your own private message? You know, hey, this month's special on buy 1 month get 1 month free. Bring a friend. Can you enter?
It's going to be formatted, Clay, and then you can insert it. I mean, did you see you saw the demo for the Salon Stream?
No.
And you saw a couple of ads.
I just saw basic stuff, but I didn't see how you can customize it.
Well, there's two ways. I mean, you've probably got the capability, and JJ can talk about how to build it. We can build custom ads, but there's a fee for it. Or you can do your own. They just have to be formatted properly. So whatever format you're creating this that in,
Mm-hmm.
as long as it meets the proper requirements, and I can have either Nate or JJ
Yeah, it has
tell
to
you
be.
what those are, but
It has to be
it's
six.
not difficult to do.
No, it has to be 16:9 ratio on a high def output. I'm sure.
Yeah, again, you're talking Greek to me, Rob, with that.
All right,
I mean,
that's what it looks like.
I
'Cause
could draw a color stick man,
right,
and that's the extent of my capability.
I
But
would
when
I
you
would
have customers doing it, it's not. I mean, it's not rocket science. You've got obviously, if you've got HTML capability, you can create nice graphics, nice images. I would encourage you to go back and look at the Salon Stream demo. There was an ad in there that we created for one of our customers that shows a special. We can do that, but if you've got capability, you can create those. Then you just download them into the back end and you schedule them.
right now. Question for you. On the it's 119 plus whatever you told me the other day. It was 119 plus $40 for each 1,000 texts or 5,000 emails. Correct? Is that what you told me? Incrementally.
Yeah, and keep in mind, you can always grow that.
No, I know that. No.
Most of our customers start, depending on how many emails you've got and how many texts, mobile club people you've got. Most of our customers start basic and grow. And I would tell you that the customers, our retention right now is 85 to 90%. We got a month-to-month agreement. If you use this, it works for you. And I will guarantee, I will tell you that half of our customers have grown their packages. And we're dealing with a significant number of single point stores, right? But if it's working, what do you care, right?
I don't care. So the website product 119 plus the incremental, and like I said, it's $40 for 1,000 texts incrementally for each 1,000 texts or 5,000 emails. Correct?
Right. So you start, the 119 includes 10,000 emails and 1,000 texts.
On a monthly basis.
Is that right?
On a monthly basis.
Yes.
Right, and so
you're starting with 10,000 email allotment and 1,000 texts.
Right.
So 119.
Right, and then it's $40 for each block above that. Is it ever get cheaper for the more you add, or is there any obviously
Right.
Obviously Hollywood Tans probably isn't paying 119 base. I'm sure.
Believe it or not, the individual stores are. Now the gal in San Diego, she's the one that's paying us $7.99. And so there's a bit of a deal because, I mean, she's got 17,000 people in a mobile club. 17,000.
For 3 stores.
Okay.
And she has how many stores does she have?
That's total.
How many stores does she have?
That's total. What's that?
How many stores? Locations?
She's got 8 stores. She's got 8 stores, 8 locations. I believe that's what there are on the site. Yeah, but she does more text than she does email. Considerably more text than she does email.
Right.
She's also in a college down the street from a college campus. This is the guy that sends shuttles to San Diego State to the different fraternities, not the fraternities. What's the female?
Sororities.
Service night. And a different sorority night, or a different night for each sorority, and sends out shuttles and buses them in.
All right. So, is there any?
I mean, she's really aggressive, really creative. She's going over. She's paying a little bit of an overage and doesn't care. But we cut her some slack. But at this point,